The Democrats are really desperate at this moment, to the point where Oprah Winfrey gave a speech at the 2018 Golden Globes Award ceremony, and they're now referring to that as presidential. Now, I'm going to put a link on the bottom. You guys can check it out for yourself and you can hear it in its entirety. But like I said with Hillary Clinton, this country is not ready for a woman president. Point blank. Even when it comes to Oprah Winfrey. Now, I did a video in the past regarding Oprah Winfrey, calling on spirits, things of that nature. There's a lot of things that Oprah do and say that I really don't agree with. I know she allegedly opened a school in Africa and she was helping the Africans, but she did nothing for blacks here in America. Now, I know of a couple of situations where just locally, she gave some money for a basketball court, okay, for the black community. Also, she started her own religion, her own church. She spoke out against Christ and the Bible. She believes that you can obtain salvation more than one way, not just through Yeshua or Jesus, where the Bible clearly says, where Yeshua says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man can come to the Father but by me. But this is not about religion. I personally don't think Oprah Winfrey is built for being a president. Her health, for one thing, I don't think would be fit enough for her to be president. She's overweight. The amount of stress that will fall upon her and the stress that will come at her family. Oprah, to me, has always been quite personal. She kept a lot of things in the closet, and already, like for example, Alex Jones, I watched a video with Alex Jones and he was really trashing her. He was saying that she was into prostitution and he was referring to her as a whore. And I kind of felt uncomfortable when Alex Jones and this other white dude was speaking about Oprah in that way. I disagree with Oprah in a lot of the things that she's into, but at the same time, I have a certain level of respect for Oprah Winfrey. She, to me, seems like she have a very kind and giving spirit in spite of her political and religious views. I think she has a very kind and giving spirit. And another thing, too, is her and Donald Trump seem to be pretty good friends. I mean, they're in the Billionaires Club. So the media or society will turn her against Donald Trump if she hadn't already went that way. They had already questioned Donald Trump on it, and he said that she's a good person. I don't think she's going to run for president. But Oprah's talking feminism, right? She's talking that feminist mess, okay? And I call it feminist mess because there's like hidden agendas behind that. Now, first they brought on Barack Obama, which they call or refer to as the first black president. Now they are looking at a black female or a black woman as president. America want a black woman as president because they feel she's the only one that can beat Donald Trump. So forget about what America really needs. Forget about the fact that no one is addressing the issues in the black community. No one addressed the issues regarding blacks being shot down by police in the streets like animals. No one is fighting. They fight stronger and harder for immigration, illegal immigrants, than they do black Americans that were brought to this country against their will. And the sad thing about it is blacks are going to jump on the bandwagon. So there's a lot of skeletons in Oprah's closet that will be made manifest. Things that I really don't think she wants manifested. Oprah enjoys her private life. I don't think she would run for president. If she do, I don't think it would be a good idea, simply because of the fact that they're going to really dig into her background. A lot is going to be exposed of Oprah. And not only that, not just that, but again, like I mentioned, Oprah, health-wise, I don't believe is fit to be president. I really don't. You know, Oprah, she, like I said, she's got a kind and giving heart, you know, in spite of, and I have to make note, in spite of her political and religious views and some other things she's got going on, she's got a kind and giving spirit, you know, and so I'm kind of caught in between because I know what I think I know regarding Oprah, but at the same time, I hate to hear and see the disrespect going at Oprah Winfrey. You know, this is Oprah and Hillary Clinton is totally different now. They may be on the same agenda when it comes to feminism. And like I said, Oprah's got a lot of hidden things about her that we really don't know, you know, but those that's in certain position of authority, they know. You know, they know in that secret society club, they know. And I've always questioned how was she able to rise as high as she has risen without sacrificing herself. Is that possible? Can that be done? And think back on the time that Oprah came up, in the time period that she came up. And it started from a talk show. So what did she give up to reach the level that she have reached? But I'm going to play this article for you, and you guys tell me what you think about her speech.
In 1964, I was a little girl sitting on the linoleum floor of my mother's house in Milwaukee, watching Anne Bancroft present the Oscar for Best Actor. His tie was white, and of course his skin was black, and I'd never seen a black man being celebrated like that. And it is not lost on me that at this moment, there are some little girls watching as I become the first black woman to be given the same award. What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have. So I want tonight to express gratitude to all the women who have endured years of abuse and assault because they, like my mother, had children to feed and bills to pay and dreams to pursue. A name I know and I think you should know too. In 1944, Reese Taylor was a young wife and a mother. She was just walking home from a church service she'd attended in Abbeville, Alabama, when she was abducted by 6 armed white men, raped and left blindfolded by the side of the road, coming home from church. She lived, as we all have lived, too many years in a culture broken by brutally powerful men. For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up. I just hope that Reese Taylor died knowing that her truth, like the truth of so many other women who were tormented in those years, and even now tormented, goes marching on. It was somewhere in Rosa Parks' heart almost 11 years later when she made the decision to stay seated on that bus in Montgomery. And it's here with every woman who chooses to say, "Me too." And every man who chooses to listen. A new day is on the horizon. And when that new day finally dawns, it will be because of a lot of magnificent women, many of whom are right here in this room tonight, and some pretty phenomenal men fighting hard to make sure that they become the leaders who take us to the time when nobody ever has to say, "Me too," again. Thank you.
Okay, so as you hear, they're pushing her out there to be president. Now, when you look at this link, you're going to see from Twitter, they're going to have excerpts from Twitter where people are, naming her as the next president. Okay? Oprah, don't let them push you out there like that. Okay? Oprah will be the next agenda if she allowed them to push her out front as president of the United States. She's taken on the spirit of Hillary Clinton. Listen to her speech and you will hear Hillary Clinton in her speech. This also reminds me of in the book of Genesis where the woman or Eve was beguiled by the serpent. And the serpent told her the only reason why the Most High did not want them to take that fruit because he knew the day that they take of that fruit and eat it, their eyes would be open and they would become like gods, knowing good and evil. And when she saw the fruit, that it was to make one wise, she took it and ate it and gave her husband to eat as well. And her eyes became open. So that same spirit that was in the Garden of Eden is in females today, or what we refer to as women today. They have that Eve spirit within them. That spirit that caused mankind to fall. See, so it's a dangerous thing. Feminism is a dangerous thing. And for those of you who take reins and hold on to that demon called feminism, you too are headed down a downward spiral. You headed to hell, if I may say. So feminism is dangerous. Okay? So you're just not attacking man, but you're attacking the plan of Yah. This is Eve communicating with the serpent once again. Eve had an agenda from the beginning, and Eve have an agenda now. And she's working arm in arm with the serpent in the garden. So I'm going to put the link on the bottom. You guys check it out for yourself. Your feedback, tell me what you think, subscribe, share this video. Until next time, I'm fearless.